Today I'm going to show you how to properly perform a powerlifting bench press. Now, one of the first considerations you want to take when performing this type of press is your footwear. For this press, you want to use either a heeled squat shoe, or you can use a Converse or flat shoe, or you can go barefoot. What I would recommend against doing is doing this kind of bench press with a sneaker that would be used for walking or running. The next thing you want to consider is the height of the rack. You want to choose a rack height that allows you to keep your stability through your setup with your shoulder blades retracted and doesn't make you have to lose that to get the bar off the rack. You also don't want the rack to be set too low as to where you have to perform almost a full bench press to get the bar off the rack. So I've set the bar up appropriately for me here. Now, there are two main ways that you can get set up for the bench press. You can either start with your entire body on the bench and use the bar to leverage yourself into a good arch position, or you can start with your feet on the floor first in the proper location for your feet, and then use your hands to set your arch. So I'm going to show you each way to set up here first. The first method is to start with my entire body on the bench with my knees bent. I'm going to take the bar so it's stable in the rack, and I'm going to use my upper body to get into an arch position where I'm stabilized on my upper traps. I'm going to set my grip width. I choose my grip width with my pinkies on the rings. From here, I'm going to go ahead and set my foot placement, and then take my hips high off the bench. I have my shoulder blades retracted and feet flat. I'm going to unrack the bar, pull it over my chest, stabilize it, and then put the hips down. From here, I can go ahead and think about pulling the bar to my lower chest, pausing, and then pressing back over the shoulders. Notice that with the press, I'm pressing back in a J-curve path. And then rack the bar. The second way to set up for the bench press is the way that I use. With this approach, you set your hands on the bench first, get into your arch, and then set your feet. I'm starting seated on the bench. I'm taking my first hand onto my grip width, arching. Hopefully I don't hit my head, and taking my second hand on the bench. I'm using my body to get into a higher arch position with my weight once again centered on my upper traps. Hips are high. Take the bar off the rack and set the hips. From here, I'm pulling the elbows down, thinking about breaking the bar, pulling the bar to my chest, pause, and press back. Once again, I have a lot of tension, and I have that J pack with the bar. Some things you can take into consideration with your bench press is your grip width, the amount of arch that you have, and your foot placement. Generally, you want to take the grip width that allows you your strongest press, but anywhere between pinkies on the rings and first finger on the rings is going to be a good location. In terms of your arch, you want to go with the most arch that you can get without any pain. And you can increase your arch by doing mobility exercises. Your foot position should be underneath the bench with your knees bent as much as possible, still allowing the feet to be flat and using that leg drive, transferring that force from your lower body to your upper body. And that's how you perform the powerlifting bench press.